Ever wonder if reality is not as it seems, if the world around us is just a simulation? Well, you're not alone in this thought. The idea that we might be living in a simulated reality akin to the sci-fi film The Matrix is not as far-fetched as it may sound. This concept, often referred to as a glitch in the Matrix, has been the subject of many debates and discussions. And believe it or not, there are people out there who are convinced that they have experienced these glitches firsthand. These individuals recount instances that simply cannot be explained by our understanding of reality, leading them to question the very nature of their existence. From sudden wobbles in their surroundings to inexplicable changes in people's behavior, these alleged glitches challenge our perceptions and hint at the possibility of alternate realities. Intrigued? Stay tuned as we delve into some of these uncanny experiences. Imagine experiencing a moment that shakes your understanding of reality. Let's delve into the unsettling tale of a Redditor's old workmate. This is no ordinary story, but one that might leave you questioning the very fabric of reality. One ordinary day, the workmate was seized by a compelling urge to step outside, a pull so strong it couldn't be ignored. And then, everything changed. He was suddenly engulfed by an inexplicable wobble, a distortion in the world as we know it. This wasn't a mere physical sensation like the ground shifting beneath your feet. No, this was something far more profound. A ripple in the realm of perception, a warp in the weave of existence. As if this wasn't disorienting enough, the aftermath was even more bewildering. His surroundings, once familiar and comforting, had altered in subtle yet unsettling ways. The world, as he knew it, had seemingly reassembled itself. His house was the same, yet different, as if it had been taken apart and put back together with the pieces slightly misaligned. But the strangest transformation was yet to come. His wife, the woman he had shared his life with, had changed too. Her behavior was different, her demeanor altered as if she was not the woman he had fallen in love with. It was as though he had stepped out of his life and into a parallel universe where everything was just slightly off. Now, imagine yourself in his shoes. Picture your world, your reality, shifting around you. Your home, your loved ones, everything you know, subtly changing right in front of your eyes. What would you do? What would you do if your familiar world started to feel alien? What if your everyday walk to work turned into a journey through a different dimension? Imagine that for a moment. You're on your usual path to your job, the same route you've taken countless times before. But today, something's different. You feel an indescribable sensation enveloping you like you're a conscious entity floating. Suddenly, as if a veil has been lifted, you're no longer on the familiar streets to your office. You're somewhere else, somewhere completely alien. It's as if you've slipped into a different dimension, a place that exists parallel to our own but is entirely distinct. In this strange new world you see people. But they're not like anyone you've ever encountered before. They seem to belong to this different realm, and they are as shocked to see you as you are to see them. Their faces reflect surprise, even fear, as if they've observed something they thought was impossible. You're there, but you're not supposed to be there. You're an uninvited guest. An anomaly that has somehow managed to breach the barrier between dimensions. You're a glitch in the matrix that has slipped through the cracks of reality. These people, these denizens of this other dimension, they seem startled by your presence. They look at you like you're a ghost, an apparition that's not supposed to exist. You're an intrusion into their reality, and they don't know how to react. But then, as suddenly as it started, it ends. You're back on your familiar route to work with the hustle and bustle of your city surrounding you. Everything is as it was, but you're left with the lingering sensation of that strange journey. You're left questioning your own reality, wondering if what you experienced was a dream or a glimpse into an alternate universe. How would you react if people around you were startled by your mere existence? Can someone die and then be alive again? This question may seem absurd at first glance, but it's one that has been haunting a certain Redditor for years. In the vast ocean of childhood memories, there's one that stands out for its sheer peculiarity. This Redditor vividly recalls a classmate, a young girl, dying in a tragic car accident. The news was devastating. Classrooms were filled with a heavy silence, teachers spoke in hushed tones, and the school held a memorial service. The memory was so real, so palpable, that it left an indelible mark on the Redditor's mind. Years passed, and one day, out of curiosity, our Redditor decided to look up the girl on social media. The screen lit up, and there she was. Her profile was filled with recent pictures, posts, and comments. She was very much alive and well. It was the same girl, there was no mistaking it, the same eyes, the same smile. But how could this be? She had died. Or had she? Confusion and disbelief washed over the Redditor. The memory of her death was so vivid, so real. Yet here she was, alive, leading a normal life. The contradiction was mind-boggling. It was as if reality had played a cruel trick, or perhaps there was a glitch in the Matrix. Our Redditor was left with more questions than answers. Was the memory of the girl's death a figment of his imagination? Or did he slip into an alternate reality where she didn't die? Or maybe, just maybe, the reality as we know it is not as concrete as we believe it to be. How would you feel if someone you mourned turned up alive? The question lingers, echoing in the corridors of our minds, leaving us pondering the mysteries of reality and our own perceptions. Can you trust your own memories? Let's delve into a story that might make you rethink your answer. The tale revolves around a person who remembered their uncle's death in vivid detail. As they recall, it was a dreary winter's day when the news arrived. The family had gathered, tears were shed, and comforting hugs were exchanged. The funeral was a blur of black attire and somber faces. The said uncle was a jovial character, full of life and laughter, making his absence all the more noticeable in family gatherings. Years rolled on, and they carried this memory with them, a bittersweet remembrance of a loved one lost. Then, one day, they received a phone call. On the other end of the line was their supposedly deceased uncle, very much alive, and asking about their day. Bafflement would be an understatement to describe their reaction. The uncle, utterly oblivious to his supposed demise, talked about his recent holiday and his new gardening project. The person, on the other hand, was caught in a whirlwind of confusion and disbelief. They rushed to their parents, who were equally perplexed. There were no records, no obituaries, no funeral photos, nothing at all to validate their memory. Their vivid recollection of the uncle's death was nothing more than a mirage, an echo of an event that never occurred. They were left baffled, questioning the authenticity of their own memories. Was it a dream mistaken for reality? Or perhaps a memory from an alternate reality that had somehow seeped into this one? What would you do if your most certain memory turned out to be false? Can a threatening call lead to an unexpected windfall? Picture this: you're going about your day, minding your own business, when suddenly your phone rings. The voice on the other end of the line is stern, authoritative. It's a police officer, and they're not calling to chat. They're threatening to arrest you unless you pay off some old fines. Your heart pounds in your chest as you scramble to piece together your past, trying to remember what you could have done to warrant this call. The officer gives you the exact figure you owe. It's not a small sum. You hang up the phone, your mind racing. How are you going to come up with the money? You've got bills to pay, mouths to feed. This unexpected debt feels like a punch to the gut. You go to bed that night with your mind spinning, the threat of arrest looming over you like a dark cloud. But then, the next morning, something extraordinary happens. You open your mailbox to find a check. Now, this isn't just any check. It's not a tax refund, a gift from a relative, or a rebate from a recent purchase. This check is for the exact amount of your outstanding fines. The exact amount that the police officer had demanded. What are the odds? How could this possibly have happened? One moment, you're facing a potential arrest, and the next, you're holding the solution to your problems in your hands. It's as though the universe knew you needed help and delivered it right to your doorstep. But who sent the check? Where did it come from? It's a mystery that remains unsolved. All you know is that a threatening call turned into an unexpected windfall, a glitch in the matrix that saved you from a difficult situation. What would you think if a threat turned into a blessing? Are these stories mere coincidences or glitches in the matrix? As we delve deeper into these compelling narratives, we're faced with a perplexing question that challenges our perception of reality. Could these be mere incidents of déjà vu, or are we brushing up against the fabric of an alternate reality? It's a haunting proposition, one that sparked debate among philosophers, scientists, and now us, the curious observers. Imagine for a moment, a reality where the laws of physics don't apply as we know them. A reality where you could experience a mysterious wobble, or where you could walk between dimensions. It's a thought that's as fascinating as it is unsettling. Consider the story of the classmate who supposedly died, only to be found alive and well years later. Or the account of the uncle's death that never happened. Could these be mere memory lapses, or are they signs of a parallel universe where events have taken a different course? And then, there's the tale of the unexpected check, arriving just in time to settle an old fine. Was it a stroke of extraordinary luck, or a glitch in the system we're living in? It's an enigma that makes us question the nature of our existence. These stories are not just mere anecdotes, They serve as a catalyst, sparking discussions about the nature of our reality. Are we living in a world governed by the rules we've come to understand, or is there something more? Something beyond our comprehension? The concept of alternate realities is not new. It's been a staple of science fiction for decades, and yet when confronted with these stories, it seems less like fiction, and more like a possibility. A possibility that could redefine our understanding of the world. So where does that leave us? Are we participants in a cosmic simulation, or are we inhabitants of a tangible physical world? It's a question that might never be answered definitively, but it's a question worth pondering. What do you believe? Are we living in a simulation, or is reality as we know it real? Your thoughts and experiences matter to us. It's not just about us sharing these reality-bending tales with you, it's about the conversations they spark, the debates they provoke, and the shared sense of wonder they inspire. So, let's get interactive. If any of these stories resonated with you or reminded you of something uncanny that you've experienced, we're eager to hear about it. You see, we're not just narrators of these tales, we're explorers of the unknown, just like you. And each shared experience, each comment, each theory, brings us one step closer to unraveling the mysteries of our universe. We're also on an exciting journey to reach 1,000 subscribers. This isn't just a number for us. It's a community of curious minds, of questioners, of reality skeptics. Each new subscriber isn't just another count, they're a new perspective, a new voice adding to our collective understanding. And as we inch closer to this milestone, we want to invite you to be a part of it. If you enjoy our content, if it intrigues you, challenges you, or even just entertains you, consider subscribing. Not just for us, but for the community that we're building together. And remember, your participation doesn't end with hitting that subscribe button. We encourage you to engage with us, to challenge us, to share your thoughts and experiences. Each comment left for us is a gem that we treasure. We love reading each and every one of them, learning from them, and growing with them. So, let's continue this journey of exploration together. Because at the end of the day, you are an integral part of this channel's journey. Your involvement makes this journey worthwhile. There's a special kind of magic in the community we've built here, a place where curiosity thrives and reality is always up for debate. Each view, each click, each share propels us further into our exploration of the unknown. Your comments, those precious nuggets of thought, are the lifeblood of this channel. Each one is a spark, igniting conversation and feeding the flame of our collective fascination. Reading them, responding to them, is a joy. It's a reminder that we are not alone in our quest for answers. It's a testament to the power of shared curiosity. So, from the depths of the rabbit hole, thank you. Thank you for watching, for commenting, for being part of this unique journey. Your contribution is immeasurable, and your presence invaluable. Thank you for being part of this exploration of reality. Until next time, keep questioning the nature of your reality.